Legendary souls! My name is Joff and I assist people raise their vibration. Yes, yes, yes. This is a big one, this one. A huge one. A huge one. It's going to be speaking. English is having some fun right now with me. It's going to be spoken about a fair bit more as the days go on. Purifying your word usage and just word usage awareness in general is actually insane. I'm still baffled that this doesn't get spoken about that much, because I listen to people. I'm good at holding space. I'm fairly good at that, and I listen to some of the things that people say, and they're basically sabotaging their own experience. And how is this, Joff? How are the words that we use potentially going to sabotage our experience? Well, that's the thing, is that if you go deep into the subconscious mind, have a look at what the subconscious mind is. I've got a few messages about it if you want to do a bit of research from my stuff, but at the same time, you can do your own research, have a look into whatever areas that you trust. But the subconscious mind is always active. And everything that we hear, if it's the TV or the radio or people, or even the voice what's within that we speak to ourselves, everything is speaking to your subconscious mind. It's telling yourself like what's normal or what's okay. The more that you hear the same thing, the more that your subconscious mind is like, oh, that's cool. That's how it is. So, if you got someone that's very negative towards you, and you might be saying the same shit that they're saying, and you take that shit on as your own. You're like, hang on a second, they say that shit. I didn't think that. That's where you got to be very careful of the energy that you hang around, because sometimes people can be saboteurs in their own experience and bleed that into your experience because they haven't done the healing. They haven't done the letting go of the programs, the limiting programs, the limiting word usage programs. Yes, this is a big one, this one. It's actually a huge one. Yep. Because the matrix will have you limiting yourself. It'll have you not being confident. It'll have you being too humble, way too humble. It's good to be humble, but it's good to be confident too. It's good to believe in yourself. Since when did self-belief become a negative thing? Again, that's one of the ones that shocks me. Good to be confident, be positive with your word usage, be direct, especially when you're talking to yourself. If you're talking to others or whatever, you can play it on neutral. You can do whatever you want. It's your call. Obviously, I always suggest to encourage one another and that kind of side of things as well. But also, you obviously stand up for yourself as well. But that's the thing with this, is that being aware of the words that you use is, for me, it's essential. Yeah, and I don't like to use that word ever. But that's the thing, is if you wanna raise in vibration and raise in frequency and be your best version, because you are your best version right now. You're perfect the way you are actually right now. And that's the thing, is that if you're limiting yourself with some certain words and certain, certain ways of thinking, limiting beliefs, limiting ways of thinking, well then you'll raise in frequency very quickly with a small little upgrade here. If you watch Matrix 1, when Neo sits on the chair and gets plugged into, basically the back of his head gets plugged into, and he goes for a massive level up. Like, this is a huge one, this one here. Your word usage. Because if you go deep with this, it goes very deep, this. Spelling. Casting spells. So if you limit yourself saying that, I don't like to use these words. But if you say that, let's say you can't jump over this bridge or something. There's a meter gap of water, and you can jump over this little bridge over the water. Not the best example, but at the same time, an epic example as well, because you get the picture. I'm not going to limit myself. But anyway, if you say you can't do it, well, shit, man, you're telling your subconscious mind, you're telling yourself you can't do it. So it will be very difficult to do it. And it most of the times will lead to you not being able to do it. But if you're confident about it, saying, shit, man, I can do this. I can jump over there. And if you get someone from the side, on the left-hand side of your experience saying, hey, man, you can't do that. Well, you got a choice to make here. You can either side with them and say, nah, not to be. Or you can be like, nah, I believe in me. I'm going to do this and do it. Always believe in yourself. Don't let others limit you. Not the best example there, but at the same time, an example nonetheless, and an example to show you that a lot of the times in our experience, others' words are like swords to limit. And that's why you got to use your words, your swords wisely as well. Sometimes you got to use your words, your swords, to defend yourself from the other, because the other is a limiter. The other, I'm not saying wants to bring you down, but sometimes the other is jealous of higher vibrational frequency, of confidence, of strength. And they'll say you can't do this or you can't do that, or they'll give you the fear. They'll give you their fear. And that's why I'm here to empower you to say, be aware of the other's word usage. Use your words to defend yourself. Sometimes you don't have to tell them. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's good to tell them if it's someone that's very... I don't know, they're in your experience a fair bit. Sometimes good to just walk away, but remind yourself you can do it. These positive words are very powerful. They go a long way. They go a long way. They go a huge way. And that's why when you listen to the news is full of negativity. The news is designed to limit. The news is designed to put people into fear. And that's why, again, listening to the radio, listening to certain frequencies, it's just very important to be aware. Very important to be aware. Because with this awareness comes, your power. You take your power back to a whole new level. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying with this, is that you're listening to, whatever you're listening to, you want it to be positive. If that's what you want. If you want to live a positive life, or, hang around positive people, I'm not saying to just blow off the negative ones, at the same time, it's about standing up for yourself. Like I had to learn this the hard way. I had a fair few negative people around me as I was growing up. I didn't realize, I was just living. And all I had to do for the ones that was, basically hung around, was stand up for myself. Just to say, hey, I made them aware. I said, listen, when you're saying this kind of stuff, it doesn't make me feel nice. Actually, it feels like you're limiting my potential. And they're like, shit, I didn't realize. Oh, all right, fair enough. You know what I mean? I won't do that. So basically, this turned into an upgrade for me to get to a point where even my brother, he had some programs in him at a certain point, as we all have. And I basically had to stand up to him to say, hey, man, you can treat others however you want. I'm not responsible for them. I always love to say that it's always good to be respectful to one another. But you can't, I'm not going to control how you treat others. But at the same time, if a simple request would be, have some respect for me and with this, and please don't limit me. And I tell you, 9 times out of 10, it's enough for the person, for whoever you're telling, because they're going to be like, shit, I didn't realize. And you're actually going to teach them something as well. So you're not only protecting yourself, you're teaching them another way. Be positive, encourage one another, lift each other up. That's what this is about. That's what this place is about. Positive word usage, confidence, self-belief. And that's the thing, is when you use this against other people, well, that shit's not on. For me, all of this stuff is about yourself. Believe in yourself. Love thyself. Know who you are. That's it. And then, like I said, 9 times out of 10 it works. You might have that one person that takes offense to what you're saying for you standing up for yourself, and they were not meant to be in your experience anyway. Maybe they come back, maybe they don't. But it's about purifying your experience. And when you purify your word usage, you purify your environment, you raise in frequency and become your best version. because word usage is huge. It's huge. Like I said, word and sword. There's an S in front of the word, and it's a sword. Your words are a sword to protect yourself and also to create your reality. Create the reality that you want. Like right now, I'm looking at a whole bunch of mountains on the water, and I'm so grateful. I feel like this is something that deep down within me, I've said this before, that I want to spend a lot of time by the water, by the mountains, or whatever, by nature. You guys know, you've listened to me a little bit, but it's like, again, you create your reality. This experience is it's a very magical one, to be honest. So what do you want in your life? Put it out there and stand up for yourself, please. Very important thing is to stand up for yourself. Yeah, that's it. And again, if you're listening to something on the radio or TV that, like drama TV, my God, it gets me every time. But it doesn't even matter. It might not even be drama TV these days, because these days I can't even listen to the sports commentary. The only thing that I really watch on TV is kind of sports these days, and I sometimes don't even listen to the commentary because the negativity that comes out of their mouth, they turn it into like this drama fest, whereas it's actually entertainment in my perception, and I love it. I'm like, it's a beautiful game. I observe the beautiful game, and whatever it is, and I will mute the commentators and I'll put some music on, because the music that I listen to is beautiful, it's positive, it's upbeat. And sometimes that's the thing with some of the music that you listen to as well. Like, this thing's a big journey. It's a big journey. But, I'm sure you get the message with this. And, check out levelup111.com. There's a whole bunch of this, high vibe goodness, everywhere. Levelup111.com. It's, you can kind of scroll through on your own time, and this is a big one that I like to speak about. It's on there. But purify your word usage, and don't limit yourself. It's a choice ultimately. So, again, if it's jumping, what did I say? Jumping over a little bridge or something like that. That's very doable, by the way. Very doable. Go and do it. Go and jump over that bridge. Tell yourself you can do it. And even if it's something that's a bit far-fetched, tell yourself you can do it. And go and do it. You know what you're capable of. Like, I'm looking at a massive tree right now, and there's no branches to climb up it. So look, right now, that'd be very tricky to get up there. If I wanted to do it, it'd have to be like a full task. Get some ropes and stuff and really have a good crack. But, I can look around and be like, all right, well, where's a tree that I can climb? There's a tree that I can climb. And it's not exactly easy, but hey, I'll make it work. I'm gonna climb that tree. After I get off this, I will climb that tree. You know what? I'll put this will be the photo of the episode. I'm telling myself I can do it. I'm gonna do it. So that's the thing is, again, you can do anything. You're unlimited. We're actually unlimited beings. Yes. So yes, purify your word experience. Purify your life, to be honest. Live how you want to live. Create the reality that you want to create. And just be you. Alright, I reckon that'll do this one here. Please feel free to share this if you enjoyed it. And enjoy your beautiful day, legends. With an open mind and an open heart, anything is possible. Peace and love to you all.